we give that game away or what? I mean, that was awful. That was awful.
I didn't fucking get that thing in. That's how bad this was. The absolute worst.
1-12, baby. Right
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
Any other team would have came down with a minute left and won the game.
What is a kid that just like mail him a postcard and say Happy Christmas to you, Merry Christmas? That's how bad this guy is.
The Pee Wee football at halftime was more interesting, wasn't it?
Absolute worst. It's the same old story every week. If it's not the defense, it's the quarterback. If it's not the quarterback,
why do you keep rooting for them?
Because I'm a moron!
It's easy to be a fan when your team is winning, but you got to be one of the greatest fans to root for the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm Miles Berkowitz, and I wanted to find out what it means to be a dedicated fan of the absolute worst team in American sports. So I followed the fans of the Cincinnati Bengals for an entire football season, from tailgating parties to bars, from their jobs to their homes, to see what kind of person roots for a loser and how it affects their lives.
This can be the high point some days.
I mean, before the game starts.
Before the game starts.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way they played for a decade. I mean, it's hard to.
And after the game starts and the Bengals lose, it's...
Well, I mean, you're down. You know, you go home, you regroup, and you vent frustration in a non-violent way, I guess.
I'm Tracy. I'm a teacher.
How old are your kids?
Second graders.
Do your kids know that you're a Bengals fan?
Yes, because my theme for my classroom is Welcome to the Jungle.
Now, Josh, guys, up here, please. Let's review. Carrie, can you stand up and sing the Who Day song for us?
Who Day, who Day, who Day, think gonna beat them Bengals. Where do they play? The jungle. Afraid of nobody.
Excellent. 3 points. It's worth 3 points. What's worth 3 points when you play football? Field goal. Field goal.
Yeah.
It's when the kicker kicks it, you know, through those, what are those? Those field goal things, yeah. Unfortunately, our kicker does not do that. My Bengals kicker does not do a very good job of that.
I believe that God is allowing us to go through this period of purification. Let's see how loyal, how faithful you will be when you're not winning, when you're down in the cellar, and you can only pull a 3-13 record.
We're getting ready to get our Jello shots together because they win every time I bring Jello shots. They have in the last year. You're not allowed to have one until they score. So last week they didn't score until after halftime, so they were liquefied. I wear orange and black every day.
Every day?
Every day. I mean, there's days I just have black on, but usually there's always a hint of orange somewhere.
My Bengal room is a place where I can go and be one with myself. It's my solace. It's my place of peace. It's my place of life where I can get away from the high pace of everyday life.
During the season, I found those fans who were so smitten by Bengal mania that it clawed its way into even the most private parts of their lives.
My one favorite thing I've ever had is a Bengal lamp that she won't let me put in our bedroom.
He lived in the apartment before I moved in, and here we had the Bengal lamp right by the bed. Well, when we got married, I moved in, I thought, well, we're in an apartment, I'll just kind of live with it.
I want it right beside me. It's one of the best gifts I've ever gotten.
When we moved into our house, for probably a good month, we went back and forth.
You gotta see this lamp, though. It's awesome. It is a Bengal lamp.
It's a stuffed animal with a lamp. It's not for our bedroom.
My first marriage, I think a big part of the reason it broke up was over football.
Why?
Because my wife wanted me to attend church every Sunday, and she thought I was taken away from the kids, and maybe I was, but that's a part of me that I just could not give up.
Were you okay when you got season tickets, or?
I guess I was at first until I realized how much time that he was going to spend there.
Yeah, but that's just 8 Sundays a year, right?
It's just 8 Sundays a year, but it seemed like a lot more than that.
You're addicted to bad football. No, I'm addicted to football. I just happen to live in a city that has bad football.
As a sports writer writing about this football team, I've run out of synonyms for the word lousy.
They suck.
The worst part of being a Bengals fan is fucking crying almost every fucking week of the season.
Clearly, Cincinnati Bengal fans aren't blind. I mean, they know their team sucks, but I really wanted to ask them if they knew why.
Mike Brown refuses to bring in talent that will be indicative of what is necessary to stop teams in the National Football League. He can't do it.
I think Mike Brown's a fine owner. I think he does a good job with the team.
What's your definition of a good job?
If you have somebody running the show who knows what he's doing, you draft well, you sign well, you can be at least in the playoffs in 3 years.
So why hasn't that happened with the Bengals?
Because they don't draft well, they don't sign well, they don't scout well.
This is the biggest problem with the Bengals, is they go for these high-profile players who they think that's going to get all these people in the stands. They don't do the research on linemen, on on simple stuff like that.
They buy the hood ornament, they buy the wheels, they don't build the engine.
They just don't understand the master plan.
What's the master plan? If you're the owner of a football team, don't you have the responsibility to your fans to put a good product out there?
Well, let's see. I don't know. Mike Brown saved the Bengals for the city of Cincinnati. Mike Brown kept it here because
He runs the team as a business. He's a great businessman. He fills his pockets. He doesn't give a fuck about you and me and these other people that are fans.
And yet, week after week, Bengals fans make their pilgrimage to the stadium. Is it because they believe that by some divine intervention, this will be the week that a miracle is going to happen? Or is it because they're just more devoted than smart? Well, I got all the answers. And I even learned what it means to be a true fan from the greatest fans. Is there anything these guys could do to be attractive to you?
Put their shirts on.
And you want to stay alive for the next Super Bowl the Bengals go.
Well, I've been to both of them. I'd like to go to another one before I do die.
Really? Think in your lifetime?
I think so. I think maybe...
How old are you?
I'm 70.
I hate like hell that we got beat.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't happy in the stadium.
I see. So this is your game face in front of your wife and kid.
Yeah.
Later on, what's going to happen?
When I close the bathroom door, I'll just grunt real hard. It'll all go away.